Good afternoon, rock stars. Here with my coffee. Actually, not drinking any of the Cafe Durang today. I'm actually drinking some Kenyan coffee, one of my favorite coffees. And it's a good day today. I'm feeling a lot better, and thank you for again all the compassion I've been shown. Also, a few of you have commented that some of my videos, it looks like I'm either um, uh, drugged or drunk. No, I just really get into a zone when I've done a lot of research. This is how I used to brief a lot of bigwigs. I once had the opportunity to go brief President Clinton in the White House, and I say we, I never asked permission to state the other person's name, but we sat there. We were going to talk to him about certain things that was going on in Iraq. And his aide came out and said, "Oh, it's going to be a few more minutes." And came out again and said, "Hey guys, this may not happen." Then came out final time and said, "Hey, the this has been scrubbed." And I said, "What is going on? Why wouldn't the president meet with us? We had critical intelligence we had to share with him. Instead, we shared it with the rest of the intelligence community." And it turns out the reason he could not meet with us is he ate something bad for lunch and had diarrhea. So, yeah, that's the way it is in the intelligence world, right? But I do want to talk about something a little bit serious here, guys. And this is probably the most serious you're going to see me because I have a lot of concern. I have a lot of concern for the Obama family. I'm going to go here. We have seen this man now for 6 years. Some of those that lived in Chicago have seen his family dealings even a little bit longer. I'm a little concerned about the family and the stress that the presidency has put on the entire family. A lot of the stress is due to his own selfish desires. A lot of people want to go out there and label him as a narcissist. I don't care. I really don't. I don't care if there's any kind of medical reason for the things he does. I truly believe he believes that his ideas are better than anyone else. I don't. If there's a label for that, I don't care. Okay. What I am really concerned with, and I want you guys to understand something. I do not take pleasure in telling you the things I'm telling you today. Matter of fact, I have elevated the Obama family on to my, elevated them in my prayer list, and I have an extensive prayer list. I believe that we are dealing with a man and a family who is, when a person has a mental illness, the whole family suffers. And I'm telling you that there is some sort of a mental illness here. Okay? I believe that the man that we see presenting himself as Barack Obama is becoming a victim of his own lifelong lies. We have seen over and over again in the news how people are pointing out he had said this thing once, now he's saying the other. This is problematic. This will start eating away at one's inner soul. And that's why, if you've noticed lately, I know I have, and I'm trained to pick up some of these things, okay? He looks like he is on the edge of just snapping and chewing someone out. That's pretty dangerous right now. It's not as much dangerous for the nation as it is for him as a human being. And we have to understand that he's also a dad to two kids. Recently, someone in the White House or someone in the political arena up there made a comment about the two girls of how rude they were. Guys, we cannot, one, ever attack these young ladies. And two, we have to understand the stress that the entire family is in, being the White House family. So don't point fingers at them, pray for them, especially these two young ladies who are prayerfully going to grow up to be productive members of our society. We have over many let's just look at some of the problems that I have seen. His personal and a lot of his political misguidings, sins of commission and sins of omission are eating away at him. He has come forward here recently to say that he misunderstood the ISIS threat. He has come forward and said, "Oh, he has misspoken when it came to what they were going to do, what the campaign was, boots on the ground, what have you." All of these things are starting to pile up on him because, see, you got to understand, when you talk about someone that has this desire to be perfect, but they do not have the tools or the talent to achieve that perfection, they're going to do things to make it sound like they are perfect. And when that happens and reality starts to set in, it's just like cornering a wild animal and they're going to lash out. It happened after this recent election when the people, the citizenry of America said enough of this Democratic rule, the Democratic Party rule. We want to see if we could get something better with the Republicans. Quite honestly, I say juggle the balls, people, because both parties are filled with selfish, arrogant people that are more interested in serving themselves than serving the American public. But that's just a sidebar, okay? But if you notice now, what is going to happen here in the next couple days and in the months to come is that executive power pen is going to come out, and he is going to make some very unpopular decisions because he can. And he wants to write the path of the history books on what they're going to say about him. Now, here's the part that's going to startle a lot of you. First of all, he has to know that he's fooling himself. He is in over his head, and he should have, from day one, kept to his campaign promise and reach out across the aisle and work with both sides. But work with good people on both sides, because there are really bad people up there. So he was in a lose-lose situation. He was becoming president over a country that was, doing okay, not great, but he had to deal with political figures in the House of Representatives and the Senate that are a bunch of buffoons and have been for years. Okay, so he entered into this in this lose-lose situation, in my opinion. But he cannot fool the ultimate power, and that's God. And I think he's starting to weigh heavy on that. A lot of people are talking about, oh, he's Muslim and things. You know what? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. He does answer and has even said that he answers to God. Okay? The lies he's living right now cannot be covered up by God. He cannot cover them up from God. Okay? It's kind of like OnStar. You could hide from OnStar. No, you can't, unless you're in a car wash, and then OnStar can't see you. But part of the problem is that he does not have the outstanding support structure in his personal life like a lot of us do. To wit, I just finished reading something that I wish I would have never read. And that is a thesis written by Michelle Obama when she was in school. And I'm going to tell you, if you get to read this, it will make you hate life. But it will also make you realize that Princeton does not have a good education program. Princeton is overrated, in my opinion, especially if Michelle Obama passed with this thesis paper. But the bottom line of this thesis was she was doing a study to show what the pre-Princeton student, it was 3 areas, pre-Princeton, during Princeton, and post-Princeton, and how the black Princeton alumnus carried themselves and felt about the black community. So, see, to Miss Michelle Obama, or Michelle Robinson then, it's always been about race. It says that if a black person were to associate with white people all the time, that they, in essence, would favor white people over black. I'm going to put it right here out in the open for all of you. That is the stupidest thing I have ever heard. And it is singly what's killing America. Let's forget about color and let's start addressing each other as Americans. I'm not black American. I'm not white American. I'm not yellow American. I am American. Just like the rest of you. You are Americans. And for crying out loud, what's killing us, what is absolutely killing us, is this belief that one color is better than the other, or one color hates the other color. It is ridiculous. But in this thesis paper, it proves that this has been her mindset from day one. And that's pretty sad. Rock stars, I'm going to tell you right now, I am colorblind. And I thank God for that. I thank God for parents that raised me like that. I thank God for a community that I was raised in, where in my high school, even though there were, quote, race riots a lot, because it was named Dixie Holland's Rebels, go figure, in the South, St. Pete, Florida, I had teachers, counselors, principals, administrators, librarians, and my driver's ed teacher, Mr. Johnson. Every one of them was colorblind. There was no color in St. Petersburg, Florida, except the color problems that the parents made. Ladies and gentlemen, rock stars, I implore you, let go of the color. All right? Let it go. Keep praying for our president. He's gone through rough times. These are going to be his last days. I'm looking at March 25th as a very significant day. Everyone mark that down in your calendar. I'm not going to tell you why until it hits. But March 25th, very significant day. Rock stars, I raise my cup to you. I asked you to go out there, do something physical today. Go out there and enjoy this fresh air wherever you're at. Enjoy the fact that I did get yelled at by some Oakland Raiders fans because I made fun of the fact that their team had actually won a game. But hey, that's the way life is. If you don't want me to make fun of your football team, tell them not to suck so bad. All right, rock stars, I'm out of here. You guys have a blessed day. And again, keep the Obama family in your prayers. God bless all of you.